Hello guys, let me show you how I was able to catch this trade. So it nearly went to stop loss. At the same time it nearly went to take profit. So this was the trade in the telegram group. This particular point was a 7 pip stop loss because I took it using another checklist, but this is also another one that I took with this other particular entry. So for this one I worked out with around 1 to 4, so 1 to 4 somewhere here, and the other one was a 1 to 6. So I wanted to show you this one because the entry is a little bit clearer. Now the other one, the entry was this entry option 2, but this one the entry is this, and I think this one is clearer and will give you lesser stop loss compared to this other entry 2. So whichever you prefer, or you can look to take entry 2, entry 1, and then when entry 2 comes at the same place, you can equally take it and see how it goes. Now let me break this down so that you understand my thought process. It nearly went to stop loss, but eventually it went for a 1 to 5, but I took a 1 to 4 on this particular trade. Now it is very simple trade. It is a trade that just following the market trend, and this is the checklist, the updated checklist. If you've watched my previous videos, you can see that this is an updated checklist including the color. So let's start from the beginning, and I show you how I came up with this trade. Now today I am not in any I'm in a trade that I was supposed to take on Friday, so it is the one that is running on AUD Now this was the market at that particular conditions. Now the checklist is very simple, that you just look at the daily time frame, and it is the one that should tell you. So even if you're trading only one pair, it should be the one to tell you what to do. Now 1 day time frame closes 3 times in one direction, or like in this case, if you see 1, 2, 3, you can trade the 4th day and look at sales the 4th day. Alternatively, if we have 1, 2, 3, then a close in opposite direction, but the rule is that you cannot take trades when the previous day did not close in a direction. So you'll have to wait for it, because you've already seen 2 candles move in one direction. So it means that you will be able to look for trade if the third one closes in a direction, but in this case it doesn't close, so it closes here. So this is where you need to look for trade this day. Again, you can start again counting 1, 2, 3. At the same time, you can still look for trade the following day if you still want to do continuation. Again, you can, because if you count 1, 2, 3, you can still look for trades here. At the same time, you just decide to count 1, 2, 3, you can still look for trade here. If you want me to do a breakdown of this, just comment on the section below, and then I'll do a breakdown of these particular trades. So on this occasion, what happened is this: we got a close in opposite direction, which is an already trending market. This is an already trending market which is on a downtrend. It closes in opposite direction, so you can see there was a close in opposite direction here, and then after closing in that opposite direction, it is followed by a close in our direction. So our direction is on the sell, so we get a close in our direction here. This was the day the market closed in our direction, so that means that the checklist is confirmed, and therefore this day it was selling day, so you could sell here again. So you could sell there, and then you could also sell here as continuation, and you could equally sell here that day. So you don't need so many pairs, by the way. If you are trading this strategy, you don't need many pairs. You can just be looking at 2 pairs that are not correlated, so that you can have trade when the market is showing you when the market is closing, because it can close like this and again close on the downward side and then close on the bullish side. So you can take like 2 weeks before finding trade. So that is why I recommend you wait and take trades only on 2 pairs. you don't need to take so many like I do here. Of course, I'll filter them once I'm done back testing all of them. I'll filter them out. So currently I've only back tested these other major pairs, so I'll filter them out. Now on this day the market closes in opposite direction and then followed by a close in our direction. So what means that this is on Friday, so on Monday we can look to take entries. So that is exactly what we are looking to do. So let's see, we go to the next time, we go to second checklist, which is first 4 hours align and closes in overall direction. If this first 4 hours alignment occurs before London, then you have to wait until London session is opened. So as you can see, after you go to 4 hours, you check there is number 3, which is apply discretion before proceeding to entry if the first 4 hour alignment heavily moved and left OBs or supply and demand zones that should be filled. So if we check this market, whatever happened is this. Let me just delete everything and then so that it can be a little bit clearer. So this is how the market moved. There was a sell there, buy, then we had a sell, and we can see that there was some inducement here that came and the market tapped on it, and currently it is like the market is back to sell. So ideally we should be seeing some small push and then we see it take this low. So that is the ideology behind it. So let's proceed. That is the discretion part, and then we can proceed with the rest of the checklist. So let's wait for the first alignment to show us that the market is ready to sell. If we don't see first alignment, we don't sell, and then the alignment should be on the downward side because we are looking for sales. Now immediately we get the first candle is taken, but that is pre-London, so we have to wait until London session opens. So this is still not London open. As you can see, London opens, so we go to 1 hour. This is the London hour candle. So as you can see, even from 1 hour's time frame, the market has shifted, has undergone change of character. So that is why this top-down analysis is very powerful. The market has undergone a change of character. As you can see, this was a change of character here and confirmed here. If we consider this an inducement, this is a change of character, and now we had a small push here, then we are expecting it to tap on this order block and then keep going downwards. So that is the trade ideology, but you don't need to stress yourself because the checklist has already included all of this. So this is the OB. For people who trade directly from the OB, that should be the OB because it's extremely clear. So let's see what price delivers here. So we've seen the first alignment, second alignment, but all those were before our entry time frame. So where is London? London opened here. This is London candle, which happens at 10 a.m. my time. So you can see there was no close in our direction because the next checklist, this is checklist number 4, is wait for the first 1 hour candle of the new 4 hour candle to close in your direction. What I mean by new 4 hour candle is after alignment, the next candle should be the new 4 hours. So there can be several depending on at what time the market align. So currently we don't see any close in our direction, which is buy, which is sells. So we have to wait. Now we get the first close. So if we get the first close, we go to entry option 1, which is my preferred. Enter when we get immediate 1 hour close in our direction. So meaning at least 2 candles of 1 hour close in our direction. So the first one is already closed, so if we get another one close here, we look for entry. Now we don't get a close in our direction, that means we are starting afresh. Now we get another candle, we don't get another candle. Now that taps onto the POI. This is the extreme POI. So let's see if we are going to get another candle. So this is waiting the whole day, we don't get another candle close, so we are very much patient. Now we still don't get another candle closure in our direction. Now we get a candle closure, then let's see if we get another one. Now as you can see, that is confirmed now that the market is ready to sell according to this strategy. So everything is checked. So I want this to be my stop loss. You can also want this to be a stop loss, but I recommend safer stop loss, which is this. Then you mark the Gantt chart and then place half. Now there's a catch here. When after marking these two candles that close in our direction, there's a catch here. If you expect that the market is going to close, that the first 2 hours is going to reach, then don't wait to target at half. Just target at somewhere reasonable, somewhere slightly below half. So this was my preferred, and then stop loss just there for 9 pips. 9 pips was very much okay for me, since I was targeting to see this low goes, this overall goes for a 1 to 6, which was very fine by me. So the alternative was that if you expect that this market, if you see it immediately rolling down, and then you expect that it is going to take time to come back for a retest, because there must be retest, you can take it at half or just slightly above the half. So that means you're taking it exactly at premium. So when you want to take it aggressively, when you expect that in the first 1 or 2 I prefer 1 or 2 hours candle to come and tag me in. So that was my preferred stop loss for that. The other entry was on this checklist because I trade different accounts. The other checklist, the other entry was on entry option 2. So this was also a 1 to 6. So let's see. So the first candle, and then we get now the third. Now the third one is what tags us in. So the other one is not yet tagged if you're expecting that the market is going to take time. Alternatively, you can wait for it to come here and then also expect to see the same thing, 2 candles close in our direction, and then you sell. So if you're expecting it to come to the discount, you can wait for that. So as you can see, so if you are expecting it to come to the discounted zone, to the premium zone, sorry, you should wait for at least the candle to come and then close twice in our direction. So this thing has just frozen, so you have to be patient a little bit so that it can unfreeze. So let me just go through the checklist once more. So one day time frame closes in our direction. 1 day time frame closes 3 times in our direction, or if it is just continuation, then it closes in opposite direction followed by a close in our direction. Then the first 4 hours align. After the first 4 hours as aligned, in our direction, then we apply discretion. By checking on imbalances and so on and so forth. Then we wait for the first 1 hour candle of the new 4 hours candle to close in our direction. Then we can wait for the second one to close, so that we have at least 2 candles closing in our direction, and then we look for entry. So that is the entry of this particular trade as I've shown you.